Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to do a quick unboxing of the brand new Samsung Gear S. Now, this is the third smartwatch from Samsung, and this one is truly unique, so let's get right into this. First up, let's talk about the price. Now, I got mine from Sprint, and off contract, it's going to run you $400 plus tax, so you're looking at $430. Now, you can also finance this at Sprint for $12 a month for 24 months, but I highly recommend not doing that because these Samsung watches come out so frequently. Who knows, the next one might be out by next year. You don't want to get stuck paying another year for a watch that's already going to be outdated. So just buy it outright, $400 plus tax, $430. Now, I also got another one from Verizon. The Verizon model is a little bit cheaper. The Verizon model, after taxes, came up to $380. Okay, so a little bit cheaper at Verizon. Also the same thing with the service. Now, you got to keep in mind that these watches run independently from the phone. That's the biggest difference between the Gear, the original Gear, the Gear 2, and this one. All right, these watches run independently. So now with Verizon, you're going to have to pay an extra $5 a month. With Sprint, it's going to run you an extra $10 a month. And when I do the real review, we'll break down all the details with the bill and all that so y'all can see for yourself. So now let's pop this open. Simple presentation, not the wood grain box like the last two. Now you just got a plain white box. On the back, they got some of the specs. We'll go through all the specs in a minute, though. So let me grab the little unboxing knife, and let's pop this open. Shout out to the little unboxing knife. Y'all already know. Let's get right into this. There we go. All right. Fellas, do I have to go into beast mode? Okay, no, there's another tab right here. Grab the little unboxing knife again. Let's get the next tab. There we go. Now let's pop this open. All right, so here's the watch. Let's see what you get inside. Now, we'll go through the specs in a minute. Here's the watch. Here's another little box. Okay, so here's your charging cradle. Now, this one is a little bit bigger than the last one, which, in my opinion, I like it a little bit bigger. You know, it's less easy to get lost. All right, now, keep in mind with this one, too, you could charge this one up, and it'll stay charged independently. So when you got to travel somewhere, you charge this one up, charge your watch up overnight. You could take this one up with you, and this will be an independent charger. Keeps the charge. All right, so that's a nice little bonus right there. And you have your micro USB charging cable. This one doesn't separate. All right, so all you got to do is plug this in, slap your watch right on there, charge it up. And of course, fellas, ladies, the usual books and shit, file that to the side. Now let's take a look at the watch. Definitely a giant screen. All right, now, this is a 2-inch screen. Let's power this up real quick. All right, 2-inch screen. Let's go through the specs. You got a 2-inch curved Super AMOLED display, which is 360 by 480 ppi, which means it's a pretty good display. And y'all already know how I feel about AMOLED displays. If you get a nice black background, it's going to look tough. All right, it's powered by a dual-core 1 GHz processor. Okay, let's set this up. You got 512 megabytes of RAM built in. You got 4 gigs of internal memory. So that's enough gigs right there to have all your music and all that stuff. You got 300 milliamp battery. Now, Samsung claims that this battery will last you 2 days straight. All right, so we'll test that out, and I'll get back to y'all in a real review. Now, keep in mind, this is not running Android. All right, that's why it doesn't have the name Galaxy anymore. This is just the Gear Solo. So it's running Samsung's, custom OS, which is called Tizen. So it's running Tizen OS, which is a pretty simple OS. We'll get into that in a minute. Real simple. Now it also has USB 2.0 connectivity, Wi-Fi 802, Bluetooth 4.1, the standard specs. Now the watch face is Gorilla Glass. All right, so you're not going to need a screen protector on it, even though I like to put a screen protector on anyway, because I've had other products with Gorilla Glass, and they still manage to catch scratches and dings. All right, so whether they say Gorilla Glass or not, I'm putting the screen protector anyway. All right, so you got Gorilla Glass on this one. And it's also IP67 certified, which means it's waterproof and dustproof. All right, so that's a good look right there. That's basically all the specs right there. You also have S Health with the heart rate monitor built in. And the most important part about this watch, like I said, it runs independently from the phone. So now this watch right here, I got a new phone number on it. All right, so now if I leave my phone home and I'm wearing the watch, I'll still be able to make phone calls. I'll still be able to send text messages, use GPS navigation, check my Google Now, a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so this is one's independently from the phone. Now, let me do a little size comparison right here just to show y'all how the Samsung watches already came up. If you look at the first watch, you see the difference? This one had the camera on the side, but this had the really, really stiff band. All right, now I still like this watch, but the band on this is just really stiff. That's what it looks like compared to the new one. All right, so a lot smaller screen. And definitely a more soft band on the new one. Now, the Gear 2. This is actually my favorite Gear so far. Keep in mind that this one has a camera. All right, now that's one of the main things that's missing from this Gear Solo, which is going to make me, continue to keep rocking my Gear 2, is the camera. Believe it or not, I actually use the camera feature on this a lot for snapping little quick pictures here and there, whatever. On the Gear Solo, you are able to take screenshots, but no physical camera. All right, this one had a little more softer band, but you can see the display is just a lot bigger on the new Gear Solo. That 2-inch display makes a big difference. All right, so now I'm gonna set this up real quick. I just gotta pull out my Galaxy Note. I gotta go to my Gear Manager and pair this up because right now I still got my Gear 2 paired up to my Galaxy Note. So I'm gonna pause the video real quick and set it up, and we'll just take a quick tour of all the home screens. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so we got everything all set up and ready to go. Now the pairing on this is real simple. If you had any of the previous Samsung watches, it's the same setup. If this is your first watch, all you have to do is download Samsung Gear Manager and follow the steps. All of the settings are right here. And once you click on the setting, it'll automatically beam over to your watch. Now let's take a look at some of the home screens. Now I just have this analog clock set up. It comes with a few different home screens built in, but you can download as many as you want. So by the time I do the real review, I'll have something crazy like I had on, let's see if I got my Gear 2, something like this on my Gear 2, some digital, the old school Casio kind of watch. You can download as many watch faces as you want. All right, now this has the accelerometer, so when you flick your wrist, it automatically turns the screen on. Now, when you swipe over, you got your music tab. You can play music directly off your watch. Let's check the volume on this. All right, so this is maximum volume. It's pretty loud. All right, so let's pause that. Next, you have your S Health app. This shows you all your steps, your exercise, heart rate, sleep, all that good stuff. Now you have your news tab. Now, I gotta say, the news tab looks so hot on this curved display. It looks sick. All right, so when you're scrolling down and looking at the news, you can actually see it curve. All right, so that's a definite hot little feature right there. Next, you have your today schedule. So I can see everybody's birthdays or your calendar events. And you can also add one. All right, so we can add another home screen. We got contacts, current weather, music player, news briefing, S Health, schedule, and your settings. All right, so you can add whatever one you want. Let's add a weather. Okay, maximum 5 reach. All right, so I got to delete one to add the weather. Oh no, okay, that's it. So 5. Let's see. I got total right now. And this is your notifications. If you swipe the other direction from the home screen, you get to your notifications, which I have none right now. So let's see. All right, so the weather widget, that was the last one. So I got weather on here now. Let's see. Let's refresh that. And this is the current weather. Now, keep in mind, this watch runs independently from the phone. So if I leave my phone home, I'll still be able to make phone calls. I'll still be able to send text messages and all that. We'll get into that when we do the real review. This is just a simple unboxing video, though. Now, as far as how the watch feels, the band is really soft. They got rid of this textured band from the Gear 2. So just a plain soft band, and keep in mind, you can change these bands up too. They got a whole bunch of hot bands coming out. I seen the diesel one. I seen a metal one, a bangle bracelet kind of style. I seen a gold one. So we definitely gonna get crazy with the bands. As far as the clasp and the lock mechanism, pretty much the same as the Gear 2. All you have to do is pop this little pin open right here and adjust it to whatever size you want. Now I got a big hand and a big wrist, so I got it on the maximum size. And even on the maximum size, I still got some room. So that's good. I like it to be a little bit loose. Okay, let me just show y'all a couple of features I forgot to mention. Now, from your home screen, if you swipe down, you have your Bluetooth indication symbol to let you know if you're connected or not. And you also have your battery indication symbol. You can also forward calls directly to your gear. So say your phone battery is dead or you leave your phone at home, you can forward your calls directly to your watch. You also have your volume setting, your brightness setting. You can click that on automatic if you want. and you also have do not disturb. Now, when you swipe upwards, you have your recently used apps that open just like on your phone. So you can swipe these out of the way or close them all. You have your phone, which brings up a nice big dollar. You can hit that and go right to your contacts. You have your contacts tab, messaging. You can go right from here and compose a message directly with a nice big keyboard. All right, so this 2-inch screen makes a big difference when you're bringing up keyboards and stuff like that. All right, you have email, schedules, settings. You got your navigation, S-Health. You got your Nike running app, your music player, your news briefing, weather. You got S-Voice. You got an alarm clock. You got your image gallery, which you could download pictures from your phone directly to your watch. You got your Samsung Milk app. We'll get into that in the real review. And you got one of my favorite features, Find My Device. All right, so say you're in the house or you're in the car, you're somewhere, you can't find your phone, press the button, and your phone will start ringing. And this works both ways. All right, so if you can't find your watch, you go to your gear manager, press Find My Watch, and your watch will start ringing. All right, so that's some hot features right there. When I do the real review, we'll get into all of those a little bit deeper. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, so far, right out the box, I'm giving this watch a major win. All right, you got your home button on the front too. I forgot to mention that. Got a little home button. I'm giving this watch a major win. The only downside that I see so far is it's missing that camera. And I really wish they would have dropped the camera on there, even though they would have had to do it probably something like this on the old one, put it in the band. A lot of people wasn't feeling the watch in the band like that. Personally, I didn't mind. I would have rather have it on the band or have it as an option than to just not have it at all. But the big 2.0 curved display, that kind of makes up for not having the camera. This watch just looks so boss on your wrist. Go to the store and try it on for yourself. Trust me, it's hot. And like I said, by the time I do the video, we'll have some banging watch faces on here. We get some Rolex style, maybe some tag joints. You know what I'm saying? We get some digital joints. We'll get it popping. All right, but just like I said, right out the box, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this a major, major win. All right, so check it out for yourself. I'll be back next week with the real review. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the Amazon Warrior on Sundays. Stream Gangsters on deck. You already know the deal. Get your drinks ready. And real quick, I got to give a shout out to my man at Verizon, my man Samuel, and my homegirl Veronica at Verizon. When I came up in there today, they really treated me like a boss. It was mad crowded in there, and they let me breeze right to the front of the line. So Sam, if you're watching this video, big shout out to you, and to Veronica, I said, what's up? Oh yeah, one more thing before we get out of here. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.